Welcome back to another episode of Storytime. In this series, we go through some of the past history of the people associated with this channel, shall we say. Once upon a time, there was a YCS called Milan. In the year 2014 it was?
Yep, December 2014.
Right. So Danny Boy YGO here of the Shadow Dragons is going to take us through
Shadow Dragons
is going to take us through the events that occurred at YCS Milan.
And I'll keep you right. You'll be better at telling it, but I'll keep the facts correct.
I'm
just here to howl when it's funny.
Start from the beginning and give us the context.
None of it's funny. It's all it's like a Roman tragedy or some shit. It's like deeply sad. But so it all begins on the Friday of the YCS when I was genuinely planning to take it seriously. Like, I swear to fuck. Like, I had a BA deck and I was really happy with it and all that shit. So I was like, sound. And then Elliot came upstairs and told me it was Ryan's 21st birthday and that I had to come to the jacuzzi. When I arrived, there was I think there was 6 bottles of vodka or something. And there was only 4 of us drinking. I was 17. So we begin drinking, and before long, an hour later, we're all absolutely steaming, really, really bad.
So just if anyone wants to see on the stream, I've got a picture up of the jacuzzi.
Oh, God.
So
this is the best. To be fair, this part was the best night out ever. We sat in a jacuzzi.
Take into consideration these people have been testing for this event for a few weeks.
I really had, and then we sat the speakers in the jacuzzi and all, beside the jacuzzi and all that, and it was amazing. Best night ever. But very quickly it got out of hand. I think the first mad thing that happened was when Hendel put his dick through Tony's ear. Out of nowhere.
Didn't you take a picture of
Tony? If you don't know Tony, Tony has big holes in his ears.
Yeah.
He's got big ears. How big are your ears, Tony, for context?
They're satellites.
40. I mean, they were 50 at the time.
They're probably
it doesn't really matter because Hendo's dick is fucking minuscule, so it doesn't matter.
Real shit.
But regardless, it went for his ear.
So there's a picture of Tony on the stream just now, and you can see how fucking big
for context
these plugs are, right?
These are some big ears. You could fit a kind of chopper through the ears.
Wasn't it Ryan's 21st birthday wish?
Oh. No. So first it was Hendo who just stuck it through randomly, and then Ryan said, "It's my 21st birthday wish to also put my dick through Tony's ear." So then Tony let him because it was his 21st birthday. Tony consented to this. None of that Me Too nonsense. This was consensual. Hendo probably is a rapist, but whatever. So
how long did the guys just sit there with Tony on the bed and just there's
no
these people
this is in the hot tub
beside him putting their penises
it was in the hot tub.
This is in the hot tub.
Oh, okay, right, of course. Okay.
So then Elliot goes we're all really steaming, and he goes oh, in hot tubs so people are meant to be naked, and we were all oh yeah, that sort of makes sense. So we got naked in the hot tub. So I was sound, but then this Italian bird came up. It was really odd. She was she just got in the hot tub, and we were okay, it's a bit odd. But then 2 of her Italian pals came up and said, "Oh, we want a shot of the hot tub," and we were you can get in, but you're not getting a shot. This is our hot tub. We're not bouncing out of the hot tub, so you can come get in and fucking shag this bird or something
Get to fuck. Players?
I don't know. Probably
not.
No,
with a girl, of course they fucking weren't.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Claire was there, so.
Aye, but
exception.
I don't think they were Yu-Gi-Oh players. I don't know why, but you just didn't. But so they kind of pissed off for a bit, and then I think so did she. And then we got really, really steaming, and Hendo and Elliot jumped in the pool, and the pool was really cold. So they were probably dying of hypothermia at this point because they thought it was Ryan's birthday wish that they jumped in the pool. So they just jump in the pool and they stay there for 20 minutes. Which is probably that's probably pretty dangerous. And then they go, "Ryan, can we get out, please?" And he was like, "I didn't ask you to get in." So that was pretty dramatic. At this point, I should point out, everything gets really hazy because we finish all the vodka and we also finish Jazz's bottle of Jim Beam. So that's 6 bottles of vodka, 1 bottle them being between 4 people. So yeah, I stopped being able to, I think I started seeing fuzzy. I remember Ryan dragging himself through the hotel because he couldn't get up. Like, he had to drag himself, like, naked. Or
Yeah,
maybe
I
he
remember
Naked through the hotel.
He wasn't
Like,
naked,
himself.
but he was
Did he
like
stick shot
wet.
on him? Yeah. He was, like, crawling across the floor.
Now, I don't know if it was before or after this point where in your room you were all playing The Floor is Lava and you were just jumping on all the furniture in the room.
Ah, come on.
Was that before or after the
Later on. That was later on. Oh, so the Italian fight is next. So
Yeah.
the Italian guys came back and were like cheeky to me and Elliot, I think. And we were naked and we fought them. So that was pretty
Butt
odd.
naked fighting these Italians.
Yeah.
You didn't actually fight them. You were just like shouting at
Did we
them.
not? Oh, right. I don't remember. Anyway,
might
so
have.
we get back.
It is Elliot.
Fuck no. I do remember the woman. Well, nah, that's skipping part of the story. We can't spoil the twist ending. So we like get to the room, and at this point, I really like my memory is just segments. It's just segments of me whiting like for 2 hours. I don't really know much of what happens, but I'm just whiting everywhere, and so is everybody.
For any
So
Americans
then,
wondering, to whitey means to vomit.
Yeah, right. So
I
I actually
vomited
remember
a
what
lot.
happened at this point, right?
Yeah,
So,
because you're sober and in the room, right?
so after the hot tub, so I came up at like before you guys. So at that point, you'd fought with the Italian people. Like Ryan had crawled into the room, and then you were there as well. And then I thought Ryan was going to be okay until he just started. Everybody just started puking. Like, everybody. So
Projectile vomiting.
everybody had created all these horrible stains on the carpet just because of so much puke. So there was at this point at least a 4-foot high pile of towels covered in whitey that we had used to clean up. And I swear to God, at least 4 foot tall, like just crammed up into a corner. So it was like
I
whitey
might
mountain.
name that.
Had they played Floor is Lava yet?
I think so. But then when they done
Yeah,
that, they broke the bed by jumping on it. And then
Tell us about Ryan and his 18 plus picture in the bathtub.
Oh, that was a different trip.
God, that was in Milan. No, that was in Zante.
Oh, was
that,
it?
that
Never
was
mind.
bad. That's another story.
but anyway,
I can
right,
tell
so-
that after if you wish.
after everyone was in the room, Elliot and Hendo just
Oh,
start
so funny.
fighting. Like
Weren't they-
properly
context
just
of it
punching each other for
Weren't
like,
they
no
naked?
reason.
Yeah, do you know what the context of this is, though?
Allegedly, they
no.
started fighting because they thought it would be funny.
No. The reason is because Hendo knew Colette was annoyed with him, and Hendo and Elliot concocted a plan where they'd fight each other, and then Hendo would get beat up, and then Colette would feel sorry for him. So, like, no joke, that's what happened. But then they had a real
That's
fight.
actually true. That is what happened.
Did Colette find out that was the plan?
Yeah. She knows. We just told her in the morning. Like, once we were all like,
I
okay
agreed
again.
to have a fist fight with my friend so you would feel sorry for me.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. And then Colette saved my life, I think, because I was like whiting and like she had to like clean me, and apparently I was like I couldn't speak, so she had to just like clean me with a shower head and stop me from like swallowing my own whitey.
Actually, I remember everybody had to have showers, and then you
Yeah.
got in. And then
Yeah, that was pretty odd.
now all of this happened before 9 p.m.
Yeah, that was pretty
What
mad.
the fuck? I was just about to ask, like, what time was this? And it's like, this was before 9
Yeah, this is
PM.
like pretty early, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, we began a bit early, you might say.
I was expecting
So I
like 4
remember
AM or
that-
something.
Everybody
Yeah.
went to sleep super early as well because of it, and then
Yeah,
Elliot and
that's
Hendo woke up like half naked, spooning in the toilet.
Yeah, that was funny. Then I woke up in like the morning at 4 a.m. and I was like, I
this the
actually
day of
felt
the
fine
event?
for like a couple of minutes. Yeah, 4 a.m. day of the event. I wake up feeling fine like for 4 minutes or something, which was really weird. And I was like, oh, what happened, Colette? And she was like, oh, you were sick quite a lot. And I had a look and there was just towels and whitey everywhere. Like everywhere. It was really strange. So then I went back to sleep. And when I woke up again at 6 a.m., I started whiting again. And I had to like lock myself in a bath for like 3 hours to convince myself to play the event.
Danny, didn't you piss the bed?
I did as well, actually. That's right. I just like fucking slashed all over the bed in my sleep as well.
You pissed yourself as
And
well.
apparently, because of the vodka in my piss, it eroded the wood in the bed frame, which meant it also had to be done. Which was a big part of the bill.
There was another thing, there was one of the porters came to the door as well who could not speak a single word of English, and I'm trying to ask him for more towels, and he just doesn't get it, and I'm sitting there for about, must be like 8 minutes or something, just trying to type Google Translate, we need towels, and show him, and then apparently the translation's really garbage, so he doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about. Also, through the entire weekend, everybody was just saying, speaking to Italian people that can speak English by just Italianizing half the words that you're saying by just being really, just putting I's and O's at the end of words as if that's going to make them understand better.
Bring me the towel.
Aye.
Towel.
Aye. So we decided to leave for the event, and we were in absolute state. So me and Ryan, I looked at a bottle of vodka and almost threw up again. The whole day felt like shit. Somebody foolish barreled a breakthrough skill and I almost let them away with it. That was, beat Vanity's Fiend. I was like, huh.
So you just made it to the event and stuff in time and wrote deck lists.
Yeah. I ended up going 5-3 and losing. And Ryan actually day two'd. So there you go.
Yeah.
Not
bad.
What happened about round 2 though? Didn't Ryan receive a phone call?
So no.
Jesus
So we
Christ.
got a text at about round 4, I think, that said here, we're no fucking about. There's this big bill, and me and but it was from Elliot, so we were like, oh, it's obviously Obama because
Elliot
Elliot
stayed
has
in the
never
hotel.
said anything meant it. So I'm like, aye, sound. So it's all don't worry, chill, Ryan. But I'm obviously a bit para now. So we get in the taxi back, and by this point we're pretty para. We're like, fuck, this sounds sort of real, and then. Really funny, me and Ryan are shitting it, and then these police with big guns stop the taxi, and it's me, Ryan, and Tony in it, and they're fucking searching the full taxi with these machine guns, and then Tony's like, the mayor's still running. And,
No,
me and
that
Ryan
was
are
the journey to the place initially.
No, that was the one back. I mind because it was me and Ryan worrying about the bill, and we're worrying about this €2,300 bill, and Tony's like, he's got the mayor running. Fucking
Say
cheeky
that number
bastard.
again. So you got a text saying that you have a bill.
I think the text
damages of
told us that the bill-
€2,300.
€2,300.
In damages.
So I didn't believe it because it didn't make sense to me. I was like, nah, that's an unreal amount of money. There's no way it's that much money. So we arrived back at the hotel and I'm like, nah, this is obviously bullshit. So we have a look at the itemized list of the damages and I'm like, oh my god, that adds up. So
That is
the
exactly
lady
how
says-
much damage we caused.
yeah, it was like, oh, okay.
One
so
bed
that
frame
makes a lot of
that
sense.
has been pissed on.
What are the damages
Yeah,
from?
We
then?
did do that.
So we destroyed a bed, but we also my piss also destroyed a bed frame, and we destroyed the carpeting with all the whitey.
It's your
and
piss
we
destroyed the mattress. So they had to buy a new mattress, and then they had to buy a new bed frame for the one that you
I'm
were
sure
putting floors lava on.
I'm sure it fucked the wood, as well,
Actually,
and then we
yeah,
broke
probably
our
did. I
bed.
think it must have been the whole thing.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. And then also it was really funny because we were we won't stand for this. And then the lady was also we also security camera and naked fighting. And I'm like, oh, all right, okay, all right. So this is an extortion type of deal. You win. So it's the kind of game where if we don't pay this bill, we're going to prison. So that's the kind of. That's the kind of deal where we're going to Italian jail. Italy is fucking lawless, so probably all getting fucking shagged if we end up there. So that isn't good. So we're like, oh my god, we need to raise €2,300, and we realized that between us, we only had at this point it wasn't much. It was €600 or something. So we texted all the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh players, and we're here from Glasgow, and we're here. We need to tick whatever money you've got spare, and we'll give you it back when we get back. And also, our other plan was that Ryan was going to win the YCS, and that I was going to win as many giant cards as I possibly could and sell them. So we
To your
arrived at the
credit,
event.
you did win a giant card.
You're right, I did. But we Ryan gets
No,
knocked out
hang on
in
a
the
second.
first
Hang on a
round.
second. So, like, you're staring down like a fucking potential like prison sentence in Italy,
Yeah.
and your immediate thought isn't to like try and go find the money somehow or text parents or call family. It's right,
No.
guys. We're gonna go to the YCS in day 2. I'm gonna go to the side
Yeah.
events, and Ryan, you're gonna go win the main event. Okay, this is how we're paying off our jail time. This is what you thought was the right plan.
Oh, here, right. We didn't have any better. We like tapped money and we did that, and then I did win a giant card, and I was like, oh, sound. And then Ryan lost the first round of like day 2,
Oh,
and
that
then
got
also
into shit.
I found out that like as soon as the first giant card had ended, all the registration for every other giant card had been booked. So I was like, wow, okay, I can sell one giant card. So then we just like sold most of our Yu-Gi-Oh cards and like pooled together the money, and I think we had just enough, and we
Well,
gave
they
them in
were-
cash.
Right, so while they were doing that, well, I was one of the people that they tapped for money. They messaged me while they were like abroad, and I lent £300 to Danny because most of the €2,300, which they managed to haggle down to, I think was like
Oh, yeah.
1,800.
Yeah, 1800.
Yeah, they haggled with them down to like 1,800.
Yeah.
Most of
What was
the
this for?
2,300, most of the €1,800 was caused by Danny.
Yeah, yeah.
Danny
could
had
say
to pay
that.
the majority
also,
of it.
carpet,
Yeah.
carpet cleaning and dry cleaning for all the towels that were covered in whitey. There must have been at least 20 towels that were covered in whitey.
Here,
It's
surely
funny
you oh wait,
we
no, I
managed to
remember
get-
something about you like running about the YCS trying to sell your binder to like random cunts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about
remember
to say, he sold his BA deck, most of which he borrowed off of me.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy
Forgot
went
about that,
sold
no.
someone else's
So
deck.
not only did I lend him like £300, he sold my BA deck.
No.
Oh, you didn't fucking like BA anyway, shut up.
So here, I'm sure it was really like
that entire
a
format,
Virgil
they deserve
and
it.
some other- The Dantes were mine, I think. But so that was interesting. So I sell my BA deck, and then we managed to get together the money in cash and pay them because we argued that they couldn't charge us. We got it down €500 because we argued they couldn't charge us the cleaning. We didn't ask for them to clean the room. Like we told them not to clean it, and they cleaned it anyway. So I think we managed to argue that we didn't owe them the cleaning money. We just owed them for everything we fucked. So yeah, that's the story of Milan.
There's another part to this as well, which is just a side thing. I remember it was in one of the last rounds of the giant card, so either last or second last.
Oh,
and
that was funny.
you're playing
the
against
final.
possibly the saltiest German on this
Yeah.
fucking earth.
That was so funny.
And the guy tried to shark him because he put his scarm to the side so he wouldn't forget about it. But then he played like an MST, and then he sharked him that like the MST was like slightly bent or had like a nick in it or something like that. So I initially just took out an MST out of my binder, just handed him it, and it was I can't remember what judge it was, but he was like the sound guy. It's like he's like one of the commentators now, and yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
it was Luke.
So he was just like, yeah, just find a replacement, and then the guy was so raging.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious because I Dante milled while I had Lethal on board, and then he looked at the three that
Oh,
I'd milled
yeah!
and said that one of the cards were bent while I had game on board. It was heavy funny.
Oh wow, no, that is desperate.
Cunt was so raging.
Mill 3 Dante for game. Shark the mill
So
cards.
that's pretty much that story.
All right.
To this day, my dad knows about it, but my mom does not.
Oh, to this day.
Because you had to
Yeah.
message your dad and ask for money.
Yeah,
I think
to
that
be
the
fair, I
moral of the
didn't while I
story
was
is-
there.
The moral of the story is trying to find €1,800 in a day is quite easy.
Yeah,
Aye,
that is the
especially if
moral
you
of
steal
the story.
someone's deck.
Ah, exactly. Here, it wasn't all Jobin's deck. It was like a Virgil and some stuff. God, Jobin, what the fuck?
It was like £100 worth of cards.
Aye, exactly.
Was this
Nothing.
a next challenges format, right? Or was it still dual
Aye.
sides?
This was
Like BA
net
and
format.
like deck,
This is
Denko
BA
Dolls,
Virgil
Plea,
deck.
BA.
Milan
Yeah, so that
was
was
the time
that.
where Tony had the vanities up and his opponent has Shadow Mirror up. So
Oh
Oh,
my
Tony,
yeah,
God.
tell me about that.
so Tony special
See, the
summons
thing is-
BLS under Vanity's Fiend because he thinks it negates it. Then Drawface Wind Blast the Shadow Mirror to turn Vanity's Fiend back on.
That game, me and Ryan were watching that game like the most hungover we've ever been in our lives, and like we were still like there was 5 judges there, and like nothing made any sense. We were trying to work out like what to report to the judges to like advantage Tony, but we couldn't like work it out. We were like, no, wait, I think it's helping him. And then Tony like trapped the wrong Clifford or some shit to lose.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Tony should have day two'd. Tony could have won the YCS.
Oh, well, I think that'll do it for this story time. So we had a drunken escapade the night before of a YCS that they actually tried and practiced for, a lot of damages, naked fighting, €2,300 fine, selling of other people's decks, planning to win a YCS to pay off the fine, planning to win giant cards to pay off the fine.
Good plan, the shot.
Winning a giant card is sheer desperation.
Which card was it?
It was, I don't know, some giant nonsense. No, Construct was London.
Oh.
Right.
There was only shite ones at Milan.
Oh, I think it was Merlin.
Oh, I took Merlin because it was platinum and I thought it was funny.
Right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. If you've watched this far to the end of story time, give us a hashtag. Don't know, Danny, give us a funny hashtag for this.
Hashtag if Konami listening, this just a story. Definitely none of this happened. Oh, do you know we're also banned from like Best Western Hotels for like life? Fun fact.
Tell you what, give us hashtag dick ears in the description.
Yeah.
Hashtag dick
good
ears
one.
if you've watched this far. Thanks everyone, and see you next time.